Then Mom shoves the window open. She glances over at us before hoisting herself up and tumbling headfirst into the house. Whoa, I whisper. I've never seen Mom do anything like that. Sam shakes her head. Whoa is right. I bet she did that all the time as a teenager. Sam looks at me like she can't decide whether to frown or laugh, and I know exactly how she feels, because picturing Mom as a teenager is both ridiculous and kind of scary. It's weird to think about Mom before we existed. But Sam smiles and my heart relaxes. She probably snuck out to party with her friends. I nod. When Sam is happy, her moon face glows, and she looks like my sister again. I inch closer to her, just barely, so she doesn't notice. She wrinkles her nose. Do you think she snuck out to see boys? I don't think she dated anybody before Dad. I can't picture Mom with anyone but Dad. Or, to tell the truth, I can't picture her with anyone because I don't remember the time of Mom and Dad. I can tell right away that was just the wrong thing to say, though, because Sam's glow shuts off fast. She clenches her jaw and turns away. That's just naive, she mutters. Thinking about Dad is different for Sam than it is for me. She's old enough to remember him. When he died in a car accident, she was 7. I was only 4. Sam, I start, but I don't know how to finish the sentence. I used to be able to talk to her. I used to tell her everything. If this had happened a few years ago, I would have just said, I just saw a tiger in the middle of the road. I would have shouted it right into her ear because I couldn't hold it in. I try, but the locks on the other side of the door interrupt me. They sing as Mom slips them, slides them, and opens the door. Hurry inside, she says, as if we could get more soaked than we already are. Sam and I enter, leaving watery footsteps in the entryway, lake-sized puddles on the wood floor. Halmony's house looks like a memory. The living room and kitchen cuddle close together around a purple dining table and a fireplace that doesn't work. An old grandfather clock tuts in the far corner of the living room. On the mantel, 2 stone lions hug a photograph of Mom, welcoming wealth into her life. On the other side, a frog guards a photo of Sam and me, protecting our happiness. And everywhere, in baskets hung from the ceiling, sitting on the countertops, stuffed into bowls, are bundles of herbs and smudge sticks to cast away bad energy. When I breathe the house in, the scent of buckwheat noodles, sage, and laundry detergent smells like home. Sam's less happy. She folds her arms over her chest and frowns. She says, "What's that?" I follow her gaze. At the other end of the living room, there's Halmony's bedroom, the bathroom, and 2 staircases, one that goes up to the attic bedroom and one that goes down to the basement. But for now, in front of the basement door, there's a tower of an engraved Korean chest and cardboard boxes stacked like a barricade. Mom shakes her head. That's bizarre, isn't it? Why would she do that? She chews on her thumbnail and glances around the room. For a second, I catch the worry in her eyes. My earlier excitement drips away. It is odd. They're out of place, and Halmony's not here. Something cold and dark settles in my stomach. Where's Halmony? I ask. Mom looks at me and softens. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure she's just out shopping or visiting her friends. You know how she is. She gives me a smile that's sad and hopeful at once. Are you happy to be here, Lily? There's something going on, something she isn't saying. I want to ask her about it, but I don't want to take away her smile, so I just nod. She's about to say something else, but a shiver grabs me by the shoulders and shakes me. Mom blinks at us like she forgot how wet we were. Right, hang on. Let me find something for us to change into. Our suitcases are back in the car, and none of us want to brave the rain, so Mom wanders down the hall and into Halmony's room. When she emerges, her hands are full of towels and Halmony's silk nightgowns, and Sam and I pluck 2 off the top. The pale orange nightgown shimmers and shifts like a sunset in my hands. Even Halmony's pajamas are beautiful. I'm going to turn up the heat, Mom says. Wait here. But of course Sam doesn't wait. As soon as Mom walks back into Halmony's room, Sam dodges boxes and furniture and heads right upstairs to our bedroom, leaving puddle lakes behind her. I start after her, but hesitate. I don't want to be the little Eggie who follows her Anya everywhere. But in the end, of course, I follow her anyway. Upstairs, the attic room is creaky cozy with peaked ceilings, a full-length wood-framed mirror, and 2 twin beds dressed in faded quilts. When Sam and I lived here, we pushed the beds together and curled into one another, trading stories in the dark. Now the beds are on opposite sides of the room, separated by the wide window. Sam throws off her wet clothes, smears her dark makeup onto the clean towel, and tugs the black sequin nightgown on. Then she flops onto her bed. The mattress greets her with a groan, and she reaches behind the bed frame to plug her phone in before turning to me. What are you doing? You were supposed to wait downstairs. Sam always acts like Mom's orders only apply to me, which is annoying, but I'm used to it. I sigh and dry off before slipping into my nightgown. The soft warmth sends a shiver through me, releasing the cold in my bones. I breathe in, hoping for Halmony's milk scent, but all I get is a hint of soap. Sam frowns, still waiting for me to leave, but I sit on my bed instead. Does this place feel weird to you? I pick at the bedspread as I speak, careful not to look at her. With Halmony missing and all that stuff blocking the basement and the vibe, like something's wrong. First of all, Halmony's not missing, she's just out. Don't be so dramatic. Second of all, yeah, the vibe is weird, but Halmony's house always feels like this. Next to her, Sam's phone goes bright and begins loading, like it's stretching as if it's waking up from a nap. She grabs it and watches it blink on, only half paying attention to me. Do you remember last time we moved here? Kind of. We lived here for 3 years after Dad died. I was born in California, but my first memories are shaped like this house. Sam scrolls through her phone, and I don't expect her to respond, but she drops it and looks up.
Teachers and students, learn for the last announcement. I need the following students to come to the main hallway in front of the STEAM mural. Braden Boyd, Summer McCain, Allison Moss, Tripp Hart, Chloe Hall, and Amelia Westman Forbes. Thank you.
At first, it was nice to be here because Halmony took care of us when we were sad and she helped Mom out. But Halmony was always doing weird things without explaining any of it. She's full of secrets. This house is full of secrets. I chew my lip. Like what? Sam rolls her eyes. I don't know. That's not the point. The point is, we're here instead of California, and I hate it. I hate being here. Sam's words are so harsh that I flinch. Don't say that. The way I remember it, Sam and I loved being here. We were sad because of Dad, of course, but it wasn't all bad. Sam and I told stories in the attic room. We ate rice cakes in the kitchen. We created imaginary worlds in the basement. We were together. I want to ask her, do you remember? But Sam keeps going. It's just not fair, Lily. Mom wanted to move closer to Halmony, which is nice and all, but we didn't even get a say. We didn't even get to say goodbye. Aren't you a little bit angry? If I'm being honest, I am, maybe, a little bit angry, but I'm happy to be here too. I clear my throat, take a breath, swallow. I think maybe you should be a little nicer to Mom. My palms go sweaty. This is dangerous territory. I don't usually confront Sam. We're sisters, and sisters are always supposed to be on the same side. Sam rolls her eyes. Seriously, Lily? I can't believe you're defending her. I can't get the look on Mom's face out of my head. Downstairs, looking for Halmony, she seems so fragile, like not how moms are supposed to look. I don't know how Sam didn't see that. Sam stares at me, and when I don't answer, she sighs. Spit it out, Lily. You don't have to be so creepy and quiet all the time. You're being so QAG. QAG is Sam for quiet Asian girl, as in a stereotype. As in, Sam tries so hard not to be a stereotype that she wears black lipstick and bleached a lock of her hair and says every little thought that comes to mind. I tell her, I'm only trying to help. I ask, don't you see how hard Mom's trying? I say, I don't know why you're so mad at me. But actually, I don't say any of that. The words get stuck in my throat. Sam's just so angry all the time, and everything I say sets her off. She rolls her eyes again. Whatever. You always make me to be the bad guy just because I speak my mind. You don't have to be so afraid to rock the boat, you know. What Sam doesn't realize is that she's already rocking our boat. If I rock it too, the boat will flip. We'll drown. I listen to the rain beat against the roof, and I run my hand over the quilt. I say, you should be happy. You like Halmony. At least I think that's true. Sam doesn't seem to like anything anymore, except her phone maybe. She shrugs. I'm just saying, the point is, having to live here without any friends, with just your mom and grandmother, that's a lot. And your sister. I say, so quiet I can barely hear myself, so quiet, like a QAG. I'm here too. Sam has a sharp response ready, I can tell, but my words stop her. Her shoulders relax. Yeah, she says. It's just one very small word, but she says it soft, and it opens up my heart and warmth spills out, spreading through my body into my toes and fingertips. Yeah, I reply. I almost feel like I could tell her about the tiger dream mirage spirit thing. Then, downstairs, the door slams open. How many's home?